Welcome to our final lesson of JSS 2 Social Studies, Revision and Social Projects. In this lesson, we will review all the major topics covered throughout the year, and then we will look at how to plan and carry out a social project, a practical activity that applies what you have learned to benefit your school or community. Let us begin with a comprehensive revision of JSS 2 Social Studies. From first term, we studied socialization, the lifelong process of learning society's norms, values, and roles, with the key agents being family, school, peer groups, religious institutions, mass media, and community. We learned that family is the most important agent, but all agents work together to shape who we become. We studied social groups, distinguishing primary groups with close personal bonds from secondary groups with task-oriented relationships, and learned about the positive and negative influences of peer groups and the many types of associations in Nigeria, including professional associations, trade unions, community development associations, and cultural associations. We examined social problems of poverty and unemployment, understanding their causes in Nigeria, including oil dependence, corruption, poor education, and population growth, and their effects including food insecurity, school dropout, and crime. We studied gender roles, tracing how Nigerian society has defined different roles for men and women, how gender inequality has disadvantaged women in education, employment, and political representation, and how progress is being made through women's education and advocacy. We explored youth and civic participation, understanding that young people have both the right and responsibility to engage with their society through voting, community service, student government, and advocacy. And we studied human rights and child rights, including the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Nigeria's constitutional fundamental rights, and the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, with the Child Rights Act 2003. From second term, we studied the Nigerian economy, its three sectors of primary, secondary, and tertiary activities, its dangerous overdependence on oil, and the diversification success stories of Nollywood, Afrobeats, and fintech. We examined agriculture in the Nigerian economy, from the historical groundnut pyramids to modern commercial farming, subsistence and commercial types, regional crop patterns, and challenges of low mechanization and insecurity. We studied industry in Nigeria, extractive, manufacturing, and cottage industries, success stories in cement and vehicle assembly, and challenges of power, infrastructure, and competition. We covered trade unions and their functions, their history from the 1912 Civil Service Union through the 1945 General Strike to the NLC and TUC today, collective bargaining, protection of workers' rights, and the minimum wage. We learned about international trade, exports and imports, comparative advantage, balance of trade, the WTO, AFCFTA, and Nigeria's trade paradox of exporting crude oil but importing refined petrol. And we studied Nigeria's trading partners, India, USA, Netherlands, China, and ECOWAS neighbors. From third term, we studied population growth, Nigeria's 220 million plus population growing at 2.5 to 3% per year, causes including high birth rates and falling death rates, and effects on food supply, education, infrastructure, and employment. We examined rural-urban migration, push and pull factors driving people from villages to cities like Lagos, which has grown explosively, effects of slums, traffic, informal economy, and rural labor shortages, and development solutions. We studied environmental degradation through deforestation, Nigeria's loss of 95% of its primary forest, causes including slash and burn agriculture, logging, and fuelwood, effects on biodiversity, soil erosion, and flooding. We covered climate change, the greenhouse effect, gas flaring in the Niger Delta, Lake Chad shrinkage, coastal flooding risks, and Nigeria's Paris Agreement commitments. And we studied sustainable development, the three pillars of economic, social, and environmental progress, the 17 UN SDGs, and Nigeria's progress and gaps. Now, social projects. A social project is a planned activity designed to address a social problem or improve conditions in your school or community. As a JSS 2 student, you can plan and execute a meaningful social project even with limited resources. Steps to plan a social project. Step 1. Identify a problem. Look around your school or community. What social issue needs attention? Possible issues include lack of clean water, litter and poor waste management, students who have dropped out of school, girls who are missing school due to gender barriers, or elderly community members who need support. Step 2. Research the problem. How widespread is it? What are its causes? What solutions have been tried before? Speak to community members, teachers, and local government. Step 3. Define your goal. What specific change do you want to achieve? Set a measurable goal, for example, to plant 50 trees in the school compound within 1 month. Step 4. Plan activities. What will you do? Who will do it? When? What resources do you need? Materials, helpers, permission. Step 5. Take action. Carry out your planned activities with your group. Step 6. Evaluate. Did you achieve your goal? What worked well? What could be improved? How can the improvement be sustained after your project ends? Examples of social projects for JSS 2 students: environmental project, school beautification and tree planting, civic education, teaching JSS 1 students about their rights, awareness, creating posters about child rights or climate change for your school notice board, community service, visiting orphanages or elderly people in your community, health, organizing a hygiene awareness campaign in your school. Congratulations on completing JSS 2 Social Studies. You have covered a broad range of topics that help you understand Nigerian society, economy, environment, and civic life. This knowledge equips you to be an informed, active, and responsible citizen, contributing to Nigeria's development and the well-being of your community.